why do some, right, can heal just perfectly after extractions,
Right.
and why some don't, and where over time it causes these cavitations with loses the density of that bone in that area. And I'm thinking it as a lens of a nervous system. Was that person under a lot of fear or leading up to that surgery? Because we know that when that person is in fear, they won't be able to heal properly. You know, the oxygen, the blood flow, everything is constricted, even the nutrients to that area. So it won't provide the right environment for it to heal. So now I'm trying to think, wow, okay, if the patient, so I'd be curious to do a test study,
Yeah.
you know, of your patient and asking them, the ones that couldn't heal, where you're scratching your mind, like, why is that infection not going away? Are they living in fear?
Yeah,
You know?
I think you mentioned meridians, and I believe that body is full of energies, and both internal, external, and things impact us and can change that frequency within the body. And emotions is a big part of it.
Yeah.
And people, just the other week, I had a patient come in, broken down tooth, had to get it removed. But she's been coming back the past couple of days, and it's like, everything looks great, but she's like, I just don't feel well. And I think your body's detoxing, it's cleansing it out. But the other part we talked about, okay, well, how are we supporting our body?
Yes.
Are we supporting the immune system, the nervous system? Are we doing extra things like vitamin C, IVs, or glutathione to help detox? I think infrared therapy is really good. And yeah, emotional part's a big part of it. Yeah. So are you, with that anxiety and that fear, whether it was in that moment or whether it was past trauma that you're carrying with you, like, is that creating a block that your body can't get past?
Yeah, because how many people you hear, that is the block.
Yeah.
Is the fear. They're not.
So do we need to do body work? Do we need to do, have a good friend that does, what do you call it? I guess we'd call it body talk, where she can emotionally help you release any fears or traumas.
Yes, through in the fascia. Yeah. I have a friend who actually I'll be.
But it wasn't even necessarily. That's one way where you through touch and manipulation, but also just through the energies. And she would be
actually,
able
I work with a lady with my kids for that. Yeah, lately, and it's been a huge help to release anything that was still stuck in their body. For example, my kids are still stuck in their body, the trauma of losing their dad. You know, my son being upset that his dad is gone, that he took his life, you know, and that's still in his body. So we're working energetically to detox that. Yeah. And so that's where I'm thinking in dentistry, the shift, the holistic, the biological. What if leading up to their surgeries, you know, we tell them to do this guided breath work, you know, or you as a provider, the dentist, before you start, let's say, hey, let's break for 1 minute, or while you're doing local anesthesia, you know, you got to wait till it's numb.
But that's part of the fears too.
Yes,
like how many people come in saying they're scared of the needle. And that's where the fear comes in. I think it goes even before that, whether we dive in, okay, let's get you on a homeopathic protocol that can release these anticipatory fears, or what my philosophy is, what's going to make you most comfortable. I can do what we can do here.
The environment of the dental office is who doesn't like hearing all the drills, right?
Exactly.
Some people don't like the noise.
The smells of dentistry is triggering. Yes. Our office is designed we want it to feel, and you haven't been to our new office yet.
No, I haven't. I'm so excited to see it.
No, so it's still in process. We're still kind of bringing things in, but it should feel like this, like a living room, like you're sitting in a living room and it's comfortable. There's no triggering dental smells. It shouldn't be a white space that, you know, often hospitals give that vibe, a sterile vibe. It should be comfortable, and you should know that coming in, you're going to be listened to, you're going to be heard. How many times you mentioned earlier, how many times do people say they're scared, but also how many times do people come in to see the doctor or the dentist and say, they just don't listen to me.
Yes.
I don't feel heard. And so the biggest compliment to me is after we're done with the whatever appointment, they're like, this was different because I felt like you actually listened to what I was saying. And whether it was 5 minutes, whether we sat down for 20 minutes, and it's just making the person feel like they're not crazy for having ideas or thoughts of their own body, because they should. Intuition's a very powerful thing.
Yes.
I think you trust your gut in a lot of decisions, and it will guide you to where you need to go.
Absolutely.
So anyway, that's a big part of it, trying to...
Yeah, I think even, sometimes I leave on the lead aprons, right, for x-rays. It's just having a weighted blanket to calm them and take a few breaths and definitely, the sounds, the smells, if we shifted that, and also, of course, the dentist, the provider, right, because we're so close to them. So making sure you're regulated, and so am I when I'm coming in to treat.
I like the idea of breath work. That's very cool. And I think that can be help. And like you said, weighted blankets are very helpful. Essential oils can be soothing and calming. Just if you want to listen to a podcast, or if you want to listen to an audiobook, or
some
music,
frequency, right? If you had frequency music.
I'd love to have the like sound baths and the bowls come in, and that would be cool.
Because I have those, actually, I have it in my car. Before I start at each podcast, I actually was sitting in front of the red light. I do my prayer in the morning. Like, I have a series so that I'm so grounded, and so my nervous system is regulated, and then that way this conversation flows. We're in coherence. I'm calm. It comes from the heart. And it's the message that needs to be heard. And this is where I think there needs to be a big shift. And that's what I'm talking. I'll be talking in Texas at the TDA conference. And it's all about bringing breath work in the dental office, not just for the provider, but for the patients as well.